welcome to my corner.
Welcome to my corner. Let's have a talk now. From Miami to California. Check your girl out. I'm gonna give it to you straight up. That's right. That's right. Keeping it real, no games inside. Let's go. Welcome to my corner, y'all.
What up? Welcome back to the corner. It is I, your girl C. Okay, so y'all know I love the radio show, The Breakfast Club. I watch The Breakfast Club all the time. It's one of my favorite radio shows. I love Angela Yee and DJ Envy and Charlamagne. So this week on The Breakfast Club, Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish went to The Breakfast Club to promote their new movie Night School, which actually drops September 28th. I will probably do a movie review after I watch it. And so they really didn't get to, they talked about the movie, but they had something else to talk about, specifically Kevin. So basically, 2 weeks before they went on The Breakfast Club, Cat Williams did a radio interview, and basically they asked him about Tiffany Haddish, and he was like her biggest hater. Like, he said, why are we supporting her? She ain't even really did no comedy. She had one ghetto breakout role. She not funny. She's married to a white man. She's not a real black person. She's feeding into the stereotypes of black women, and like, he just ripped into her. I mean, ripped into her. So then Kevin Hart gets on live and he starts talking about, like, don't discredit my sister. She's this, she's that. Like, Kevin Hart was upset because he's like, I know, like, him and Tiffany Haddish are close, okay? He knows everything about Tiffany Haddish. And so at the Emmys, Tiffany Haddish was nominated for Emmys. Cat Williams comes up to her and he's like, let me explain what happened. He apologizes, and then there's like a picture of him bowing at her feet, right? So I thought it was all over. Wrong. Kevin said, I got time today. So Kevin Hart gets on The Breakfast Club and he promotes his little movie, but he said, I got something to say. Like, let me tell you why we here. And he says something so profound. Like, here go the clip.
My frustration with Cat Williams comes from, you keep pointing at Hollywood. Hollywood this, the white man, this, and this. When do you take responsibility for your actions? You had the shot.
Cat was in that position at one point.
You were the guy.
Yeah.
You were set up to be the star. You didn't show up to work.
Okay, so Kevin Hart basically was like, you're mad because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. You're mad that Tiffany Haddish got an opportunity to be something you could have been, but you missed your shot. So instead of you tighten it up to shoot your shot the next time, you just gonna hate on her. Like, I mean, he read Cat Williams for filth, okay? And I was here for it. Like, y'all can say what y'all want about Kevin Hart. He cheats on his wives and he's not funny. I think he's very funny. Is he my favorite comedian? No, but he's very funny. But he makes a very valid point. Sometimes, look, sometimes you have haters just because they hate and they don't like you, but sometimes you have haters because they're envious. They're envious of the doors and opportunities that you have. They're really envious because they missed their shot. Okay, like, you missed your shot, and because I'm shining with my opportunity, you choose to hate instead of celebrate. Okay, so you could do two things. You could be a Cat, or you could be a Tiffany or a Kevin. Like, if you're the Cat Williams on your row, you need not to hate on somebody, but you should maybe ask for tips and then rewrite your script and shoot your shot again when your moment comes. See what I'm saying? Cat Williams is in a place, like, y'all remember how talented Cat Williams, do y'all remember how much we loved Cat Williams? Poor little Tink. Like, we watched his stand-ups. Cat Williams was in every movie, every show. He was like literally Kevin before Kevin blew up and became Big Kevin. But we loved Cat Williams, okay? And then Cat Williams chose drugs. Like, he became crazy. He started getting in trouble all the time. Like, he just fell apart, all right? And so Kevin just was like, look, Cat Williams became a liability, okay? And the studio stopped rocking with him because he wasn't showing up for interviews. He wasn't showing up for promo. He wasn't showing up. And you were costing them money instead of making them money, so they got rid of you. Same thing with, I guess, well, he said, you know, Mike Epps too. They both had the same opportunity and they didn't do their opportunity right? And so instead of them creating leeway for those coming up after them and exciting them and embracing them, they hating on them. And that don't make sense. Like, y'all know Mike Epps and Kevin Hart got beef. Y'all know that. You know, whatever. And so I found it so amazing because it was like, dang, you know what? That's crazy. Like, there's some people, some of y'all don't got haters. Like, let's be clear. Some of y'all don't got haters. Some of y'all have people who are just trying to help your life because you're being irresponsible and you're making bad decisions, okay? Like, everybody ain't a hater. Some people just really want you to get your life together. Like, be clear. But some of us really do have haters where they hate you. They won't support you, not because you're not talented, not because you don't have the vision, but because they missed their shot, they missed their opportunity, and so now they hating because you blossom and you doing everything they should have did. It's a lot of Cat Williams in this world, bro. It's a lot. And you could be a Tiffany Haddish, and you know what's crazy? Like, I really love the fact that Kevin Hart was protecting her. Like, he protects Tiffany Haddish. That's his, I don't say boo, but that's his sister. Like, he was saying, like, she couldn't even speak. He was like, you be quiet, I got you. Nope, she ain't doing it. Da-da-da-da-da. Like, he was just, and it was great because it's like, dang, Kevin Hart, like, I wish black men stood up for black women more like that. It was a beautiful thing to see. We could talk about it another time, but Kevin Hart ripped into him, and the whole full interview is in the bio. Like y'all can go watch the full interview. And so then Kevin Hart begins to talk about something that was so beautiful, which I wish I wish Kevin Hart would like sit down with Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. Like, I think like his words need, like, look, remember how I said there's enough room at the table for everybody to eat, that you don't have to dim anybody else's light to shine? Kevin Hart is literally one of the biggest comedians right now. Like, I didn't say he's bigger than Eddie Murphy. I said he's big. Like, we like Kevin Hart. We rock with him. He's in every movie. He's in everything. Blowing up, right? And have you yet to see Kevin bash any comedian? No. Kevin has created a whole network. It's an app called LOL, where he puts newer comedians on, like Woody McClain and the Hudson brothers, like all these comedians who are upcoming, people from Vine and Instagram, giving them the opportunity to shine. Because he's like, there's got to be people after me. I'm not going to bash anybody underneath me. I'm going to show them the way so we can all eat. Like, I respect, like, Kevin, teach Cardi and Nicki. Like, please, like, Nicki Minaj needs to be sitting with Kevin Hart, because it's like, you know what? We're not talking about Nicki and Cardi, sorry. And so Kevin Hart says, you know, like, I'm creating a way. And then not only did he create a way for Tiffany Haddish, but now Tiffany Haddish is bringing on 10 extra people for her Netflix special that she just got. And so he was like, you know, black people, we complain about there's no black movies for us. There's no black roles. So I create the roles. And now y'all hating about who's in the roles. When will y'all ever be satisfied? And I was just like, yo, like, everything he said in the interview makes so much sense. Like, it makes me like, okay, cool. Like, even in this YouTube thing, like, you'll never see me, like, you just won't see me bash a black, like, anybody who try and do what I'm trying to do. You ain't gonna ever see me bash them. Even if I make millions and millions of dollars, I'm comfortable and secure in myself that I don't need to bash you to eat. Like, we can all eat at the table. I even show you tips. Like, I have people, right? Like, y'all, I'm not even accomplished on this YouTube thing like I would want to be, but I have people who reach into my inbox and they're like, Candace, how do you do this? Can you review this video for me? And I tell them straight up, like, hey, do this, do that, do that. Instead, I could be like, nah, figure it out yourself. But that ain't how I rock, because I'm just like, there's enough food at the table to eat. And I genuinely love when I see my fellow sisters, like, supporting one another. Like, I think it's great. And I wish Kevin Hart could teach other people, because it's like, we have this crab barrel mentality. Like, if I get too high and I get there and I bring somebody else up with me, they might pass me and then I won't be the best. But it's like, bruh, get out the barrel. Like, who raised y'all? Who raised y'all? Like, I just want us to be better and do better. Like, I don't want any more Cat Williams. I want y'all to shoot y'all shot. And if you missed your shot, I want you to tighten up, go back to the court, you know, figure out how to play again, you know, get your little dribbles up, your hops up, then shoot your layup. Like, you missed your opportunity to tighten up and go back and get it again. Don't become the Cat Williams of your generation. Don't become the Cat Williams in your friend circle, the hater, because you missed your shot. Do what you're supposed to do from jump. Stop being lazy. Write the vision. Make it plain. Do what you're supposed to do. Okay, so we're going to be back in the corner this week, probably. All right. I love y'all. Go be a Tiffany Haddish. Don't be a Tiffany Haddish. Be yourself, but shoot your shot. That's the word. Shoot your shot.